Welcome back. This is a raw and authentic business update, a life update, and just like a general update overall of where I'm at, what I've been doing, what's going on in my life. And I just want to share it with you guys to just shed some light on growing a business, entrepreneurship, and it's probably not as glamorous as what you might think it is. So essentially, yeah, it's been crazy. It's been crazy the past kind of 3 months. We made a pretty rapid decision to move the business or to expand the business to Perth, and now I'm in Perth, obviously 2 hours away from Bunbury, where my business was established, and everything started in Bunbury, and it's still going well down there. So I'm super thankful for that. Super thankful for my team, everyone that supports the journey and supports Temper to be what it is today. We're only growing, and from now on we're growing a lot more sustainably and not as crazy. I think for me, the past kind of 6 months, I've been so focused on growing the business at a rapid rate that I've kind of lost touch with what I want to do, what I stand for, what the business stands for, but most importantly, just enjoying it and enjoying life. So a little bit of an update. Obviously moved to Perth. I think I've been here for about I want to say 4 to 5 weeks now. This is the room where we're at the moment. It's nice and simple. We've got the mattress on the floor. I haven't went and got a bed frame yet, so we're rocking with that, which is completely fine. I'm a minimalist. I like to have these. I like to have just the basics. The basics do well for me, and it's funny. Like the business is probably doing the most it's ever done in revenue, and profits and these kinds of things. But I think it just kind of like goes to show that money will not buy you any form of happiness. I think purpose will do that. Over a long period of time, and just continuing to live out your purpose makes life really fulfilling. So Temper updates, obviously we are at the most clientele we've ever had, which I'm super thankful for. We're currently servicing about 135 people, all up between Bunbury and Perth. We've recently expanded into Perth, like we said, and we've just hired our first trainer in Perth. So in Bunbury, obviously we are under World Gym. In Perth, we have expanded into Revo Fitness. We've hired a trainer under there, and he is doing extremely well. He's been in the business the past 3 weeks. He's made his first sale yesterday, actually, which was really cool to see. So in terms of trainers that we're bringing on right now, for us, we're bringing on hybrids. So hybrids being that they can train people, obviously, they're Cert 4 qualified, and then they can sell at the same time, or at least, we're teaching them the skill of sales. So they can come in and they can just own the location. And previously what I would do is I'd go into the location and then I'd sell and then I'd pass them on to the trainer, right? But just going in there and having the guys really own it and make that location theirs is the goal going into the future. So obviously Bunbury is fully leveraged now, and I get to spend my time basically just supporting the team, supporting all of our awesome clientele, and just making sure the business is run in the way that we want it to be run. And that is just basically, not being just personal trainers, but being life changers and really impacting people. On the outside of the gym, being more than just a physical trainer, which is, I think there's a real lack of in the industry. Everyone's, like personal training, a lot of the time is just physical. For us, it's about, the emotional, the mental, everything in between in terms of health. So Bunbury is fully leveraged. We've just hired 2 new trainers down there. I believe we've got 6 or 7 staff in World Gym Bunbury, and I'm up here now, basically just moved into Revo, and we're looking to expand pretty rapidly, but at the same time being really cautious of finances and these kinds of things, and making sure, the business has room to grow when we're not so much on the back foot, which I think, when you do want to grow rapidly or you are growing, it's very easy to not acknowledge the finances and just make the moves, and before you know it, you've got all these overheads and these kinds of things. So for me, it was definitely something that I had to learn about, overheads, and they're scary, but I think when you are spending money in the right areas, it goes a long way. And just not spending money on random things that, once you start to make a little bit of money, those kind of, I don't want to say tendencies, but those habits start to creep in. So for me, just being a minimalist, doing what I love to do, which is obviously grow the business, live simply, and just focus on myself that is the goal right now. So I want to touch on business goals, personal goals, and just moving forward, particularly as we get into 2025. So business goals right now, for us, we want to expand and reach 200 clientele. Basically next year, and even expand that and push that to 300 clientele. That's basically doubling what we're doing now. Reason why we want to do that, and we touched on purpose and things like that. For us, it's genuinely providing the most comprehensive coaching service in Australia, particularly in WA first, and then expanding out. We're looking to do that into the near future as well, and then basically from there, we just want to make sure that everyone, our service remains the same across the board, as we kind of reach more people at the same time. Now from there, obviously building the community, building the support networks that we have, and building our foundations, so our online education platform, making sure all of our staff are up to speed, and just providing the most quality service is always going to be the number one goal. From there, personally, I just want to share and document more. And I've said this so many times on my channel, like so many times. So just want to hold myself to one video a week. I've got like the DJI, I don't know if any of you guys know that little like Osmo Pocket, I think it is, the camera. It's super good, super cool. You can just take it out and film like that. So I've actually got no excuse as to why I won't be filming a video. So one video a week is the plan. I'm just going to make them literally uncut, right? So no editing, just me being authentic. That's something I've always liked in content, is long form content that is just no cuts, authentic, me being me and me sharing how I'm feeling within this present moment. So that's the plan with the content. I just want to kind of develop the consistency. I'm not going to set any number goals right now. Well, one video a week is obviously the goal, right? I don't want to set this many followers or this many, followers on Instagram or this many YouTube subs or that kind of thing. I just want to create that routine of posting consistently in my life right now. And look, I think process goals are a big thing. Not so much focusing on I want to reach this number and I'll be satisfied when I reach this number, but actually what is going to get me to achieve that goal. I think process goals are significantly underlooked and undervalued as well. So I'm going to really just try and apply myself to those moving forward, and making sure that I'm doing everything I need to do to make sure I'm going to give myself the best chance of achieving that goal. So for us now, it's a pretty raw and authentic update. It's pretty random, but this is how I'm feeling right now. I just thought I'd share. So a bit of a weekly kind of reflection, I suppose. Series will be cool. And then for me, also touching on personal goals, I need to get back into movement. Something that I find that when I'm under the pump, under pressure, right, I just don't treat myself right, ever. And I don't know what that's come from. I've kind of been doing some reflecting on that with some family and myself and that kind of thing. I don't know if it comes from a lack of self-respect or a lack of, not being worth it and that imposter syndrome. But for me now, just setting the example of looking after yourself, making sure I'm showing up for myself and not just for other people is something I'm going to be really focusing on this next year and just going into 2025 as well. So making sure I'm training, eating well, getting enough sleep. And yes, I think the biggest thing is doing the things you say you're going to do. I think that builds a lot of self-confidence, but that's also something that holds a lot of people back when they don't do that. So for me, going into this next year, we're approaching it, but starting now, I don't like the whole New Year's resolution thing. So starting now, just making sure I'm doing all that. Moving forward is going to be the goal, and then reflecting and sharing with you guys and just sharing updates of, building a business isn't as glamorous as it seems at times, but honestly, I probably wouldn't be doing anything else. I wouldn't want to be doing anything else. So that is a raw, authentic, honest update. I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys as we move forward. But yeah, for now, that's it. We'll chat soon.